I was saying to you guys, this is kind of what keeps me up at night, and it really ties into a lot of our discussions that we were having during ICU rounds today. So I want to start this conversation off really simple, and it's what organs do you need versus what organs you don't need. All right, so this is basically the whole reason why I have a job, right? So how about this organ? It's going to be coming off of your colon and
appendix.
Yes. So again, one of the reasons why I have a job is because of this. Okay. So the appendix. Do you need that?
No.
No. And use that little thing to help.
No.
On your side. Good. Then there's like another organ over here that sits around your liver and it stores bile.
Gallbladder.
Yeah. Do you need that?
No.
No. You can live without these things, right? Okay. So let's take it a step further. What if I have to take out your entire colon?
Can you live without it?
Can you live without it?
Yes.
Yes, right? And then what would you have like we talked about here?
Ileostomy.
Yeah, so you'd have an end ileostomy where your small intestine is to the skin. Okay? So you're telling me you can live without your colon, you can live without your appendix, you can live without your gallbladder. I'm a surgeon, I can take those things out, whether it's for trauma or any other disease process. Okay. What about all of your small intestine? Can you live without that?
No.
No. So we're going to put the things that we need over here. And so the first one you're telling me is your small bowel. Okay, I can buy into that. All right. What about over here on either side? We have these guys.
Kidneys.
Kidneys.
Can live without one.
Okay, you can live without one. It's funny, my wife said that the other day. So now we're good. We have one kidney. Okay, we got to keep a close eye on it.
But you need dialysis if you have not the other one.
Okay, so all of a sudden now neither of my kidneys work. Can I live without them?
Theoretically, with dialysis and
okay.
extra medication.
So this is kind of like an in-between world, and we're going to call it that we need them though, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to need our kidneys, but we can use technology, right, in medical advancements, if you will, to deliver hemodialysis to act as our kidneys, okay? And then there's another concept that will come into play here in a second, too. All right, so we need these guys, and they're over here. What about my spleen? It's like over here somewhere.
No.
No.
You don't need it.
So that's a common one in trauma. We take it out. What do you need to give to a post-splenectomy patient that we always give? Yeah, for which organisms?
Encapsulated organisms.
Encapsulated organisms, and what are the three?
Haemophilus, influenza, strep pneumonia, and Neisseria meningitis.
Perfect. So those three encapsulated organisms we help to protect against when we don't have a spleen. The spleen is like an immunologic and hematologic organ. Okay. Let's go a little more interesting. And can someone tell me what the rules of surgery are?
Sleep when you can, eat when you can, don't mess with the pancreas.
Okay, eat when you can, sleep when you can, and don't F with the pancreas. So that's my pancreas. Can I take the pancreas out?
Yeah.
You can take
Okay. I can take it out. Can I live without a pancreas?
Yes.
Yes. What do I need to supplement if I don't have a pancreas?
pancreatic enzymes.
Insulin to control my blood sugar and
Digestive enzymes.
yeah, digestive enzymes. So I can live without it, but I need to essentially replace what it does, right? So that's kind of where we're in this category versus the appendix, the colon, the gallbladder, okay? So let's get a little more interesting and talk about this guy, because this was a topic of discussion all day. So what about your liver? Can you live without it?
No.
No. So we're going to put it over here, and that you need a liver. Give me some things that your liver does.
Creates your coagulation factors.
Okay, that's very important, like we talked about. So a good way to measure the synthetic function of the liver would be INR and ammonia, because what is the ammonia, how is ammonia metabolized? What's that cycle called?
Urea cycle.
Yeah, the Cori cycle, yeah. So the urea cycle, or the Cori cycle, C-O-R-I, I believe is how it's spelled, is for metabolism of ammonia, which comes from the breakdown of proteins, right? Okay, so it's very important for that. So We're going to measure the synthetic function of the liver with ammonia and with INR, okay? But then the other liver function tests that are normal that people typically think of are what?
AST,
Yeah, AST, your transaminases, AST, ALT, and your bilirubin, right? So like I talked about today, this guy is reliant on this guy because of what? What did I call it?
Bile reabsorption.
Bile reabsorption in the terminal ileum, which is the last portion of the small bowel. 90% of bile is reabsorbed in the terminal ileum and recycled to the liver. So if you don't have small intestine, you not only cannot provide nutritional support for yourself, but you also are essentially burning out your liver, because now your liver has to make 90% more bile every day because it's not recirculating it in the enterohepatic recirculation or circulatory system. No one ever thinks of that. So if someone has no small bowel, they're going to go into liver failure. Or, as we see, if a patient has an enterocutaneous or enteroatmospheric fistula, where most of their bowel contents is going out of their body and not being reabsorbed, it's the same thing. It's going to cause hepatic failure. What did I say today? So you said you could do hemodialysis for your kidneys. What did I mention today for this thing?
For liver?
Yeah.
The molecular...
So it's called MARS. It's not really done in many places. They do it in some high-level centers that do a certain type of surgery, which we're going to talk about in a second. But this is molecular adsorbent recirculating system. It's supposed to be kind of like liver dialysis or a bridge to the next thing we're going to talk about. So I need a liver. I could do this as a bridge, maybe. Not really used anymore. Kind of doesn't work. Because these two work together as well. It seems everything kind of works together at the end of the day, right? But what is interesting about all of these? And then there's two more. Let's talk about these two before I say that, because it will be included in all of these. So what about this thing? Do I need that?
Heart and lungs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I need my heart?
Yes.
Yeah. Can I do something without it? What can I do if I'm having heart surgery? What can I?
Bypass.
Bypass. Good. And then that was my next topic is, so bypass is essentially what's called ECMO. What does ECMO stand for?
Extracorporeal. Yeah, go ahead.
Extra corporeal membranous oxygenation. So this machine is acting as our heart and lungs. Bypass is more so like the pump. The ECMO, if you will, is the actual, because we can do VA or VV ECMO, right? So depending on if the pump works, depends on which type of ECMO you need to go on, right? VV or VA ECMO. But especially during COVID times, this was talked about, because this was kind of like the end of the line of being able to oxygenate my blood without my lungs. So I need my lungs, I need my heart, okay? I'll put them over here as needed. But the reason I wanted to include those, what are all these, what can I do as a surgeon?
What can you do
Yeah.
if you don't have it?
Yeah. What if one breaks?
Transplant.
Oh,
Transplant.
Yes.
Transplant. Organ transplantation. I can do a kidney transplant. We did a lot of those. Those are fun. Then I can do a pancreas transplant. Then I can do a liver transplant. Small bowel and liver go together, like we talked about on rounds, as a multivisceral transplant. And I can do a heart and a lung transplant. Okay? Now, this is what keeps me up at night. So, there's an organ on here. Well, there's a lot of organs on here that we didn't mention. Like, oh, what about your testes or your ovaries or your uterus? Do I need or don't need?
Don't need.
I'm going to put those in the don't need, just like an appendix and a gallbladder. You might need some hormone replacement, but you don't need them. This is what keeps me up at night. What's the organ that I need?
Brain.
Brain. Dear God. So I'm like thinking to myself, wait a second. We can't do a brain transplant, or can we?